Good morning, and I welcome you for the important topic on coordination compounds. We are talking about isomerism in coordination compound. Isomerism. This is a very important topic. We have told you yesterday, students, what type of isomerism we have discussed yesterday. We have discussed with you geometrical isomers. And I said very important, geometrical isomers. And what we told you that in the case of square planar complexes, square planar coordination complexes, student square planar. If you have something like Ma2, B2, the A and B are two different ligands. They are different ligands. And such complexes are called heterolaptic complexes. Clear? Because there are two different donor atoms. Two different donor atoms in this. In this case, we
Yes,
have
sir.
shown you, students, you can draw two isomers. If the A are adjacent to each other, if similar groups are adjacent to each other, you can put them anywhere. Then that will be cis. So if I put A, if I put B, student, then it is a cis isomer. Then I told you, students, if I put across opposite to each other, A is opposite to A, B is opposite to B, then it is a trans isomer. We discussed that, students, yesterday. Two isomers, geometrical isomers, cis and trans. In the case of octahedral also, what we have shown in the case of octahedral, these are some of the examples we have shown you, student. And very important property was shown that there is a compound, student, cisplatin. This is cis, na, this is used for treatment of cancer and anti-cancer. And trans of this student is toxic, poison. See how much difference is there in the properties. Because this was asked in the paper. That's why I have taken cisplatin is important. Coordination compound, student. It has a biological implication and is used for treatment. Interesting. And the transform is poisonous. The only difference in cis, how do you draw the cis isomer? We have shown you, student. You can draw different way. What is this? Okay, let me. Adjacent student, if I put like this also, student, what you see? This is the cis form because the same groups are adjacent to each other, as you can see adjacent. When I put groups across, students, across, this is across, see, across, opposite to each other, then this becomes
Yes, sir.
trans. This is a way to write in the exam, way to write in the paper, student. Now, this is a toxic substance,
Mm-hmm.
this is poison, and this is anti-cancer
Mm-hmm.
and many other inflammations in our body. It can be used for that purpose. Just a change of the special position, properties have changed. Very important. Even
Yes, sir.
organic chemistry, you have seen D glucose and L glucose. D is the one which we are using in our body, students. L glucose is inactive in that change of configuration. So we have
Yes, sir.
given examples. We have given you examples, student. These are some of the examples. So in the case of the octahedral complexes, again, in the case of octahedral complexes, students, question will be there in the paper, student. We have shown you how do we write cis and trans, how to write cis and trans, student. For example, if I have CONH3 students, 4Cl2 plus. Now here it is a type of Ma4B2. What it means, student? Ma4, four of this, and second ligand, 2. How I write in the paper? I said,
Mm-hmm.
what is the trick? I am telling you a tricks to write this. They will say write the geometrical isomers, whether
Yes, sir.
possible or not. What is the trick to write? What I will do in the paper? I will put, this is my central atom. I will put like this. And you know what I am saying? First going to draw 6 lines.
Mm-hmm.
These are 6 lines in the octahedral. How do I draw octahedral? You know what is octahedral. But how do I draw octahedral? Now you see, this is this. If I this is a central atom, if I join these lines, student. So you can see ligand, 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 ligand. This is a trick. Can you see that
Yes, sir.
shape of coming octahedral? So I always draw six line first. This is my central atom. I will draw 1. See, then you have to see that this point, student, or is simple or in simple in exam. What I will do in exam? What I will do?
Mm-hmm.
That I have to get here, student, this line. I'm putting another line. See, now you can see that this line is visible, this line is visible, this line is visible. That is what I mean, because if I join these students, then what it is now octahedral. If I join these, this is octahedral. 8 heads, 8 heads. Octahedral means 4 on the top and 4 on the lower, student. What I will do for the cis, I have this, I will take this one, the one which is 2, this B2. Now let me change the color so that we can do in the paper. I will use this, yes, B2. What I will do, I will put this Cl here, and then put all the 4 these groups, NH3, NH3, NH3. Okay? These are the bonds, student.
Yes, sir.
Bonds. This is a they are cis, means the same group on the same side. This becomes my cis. And if I want to put trans, student, what will I do? This group, I will put 1 here and 1 on that side. So again, I will draw the same thing. What I do, this is my cobalt, student. Draw that in the paper, this line, this line, this line. This is for octahedral, 6 lines I am trying. Now I put Cl here and Cl here, student. Opposite to each other.
Yes, sir.
And put our rest of the groups. Okay, no problem. This is the way to write trans. Tell me, is it difficult? This is a trick to write that trans. Okay. Join these bonds, student.
No, sir.
So you can do this. Is the whatever charge is there, if it is plus or plus charge. So this is that, and my trans opposite, same group on the opposite side. These 2, 1 I am using. This one, B2. They can be anything. Clear? No problem in this. How to draw the geometrical isomer? How to draw the geometrical? Important question for the paper, student. What we are trying? Okay. So what we are doing? Student. And usually they are giving questions like this: CO, Cl2, En2. He says, what isomerism is shown by this compound? What isomerism is shown by this coordination compound? Draw the isomers. Okay? Question in the paper. Okay? Now En, whenever I said En is a short form of what? Ethane 1,2-diamine. And En, you know what is ethane 1,2-diamine. If you see, this was nitrogen. This is having 2 ligands, 2 donor atoms. So it is a chelating agent, student. It will form cyclic, but it forms cyclic ring. And how do we represent this in the short form En, like this? That means there are 2 donor atoms which are getting bonded to the central atom. So in this case, I have to draw this will show geometrical isomers. This will show cis and trans isomers. Our answer is, it will show cis and trans geometrical isomers, students. And we have to draw it in the paper. What I do? Cobalt is there now, I will put cobalt. Then I said how many lines? How many lines? 1, 2, and 3. Okay? These lines we can draw in the paper. It looks like what it is, octahedral. Now students, En, and 2Cl. In the first case,
Mm-hmm.
I put Cl and Cl on the same side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cl on the same side. Now these two will be used by one En because En is a bidentate ligand. So I put En here. Okay. This is my En. Student,
Yes, sir.
one En. Second En, I am using here. I am closing it. This. Can I draw this? This will be the cis form, student.
Mm-hmm.
This is cis. Why? Because the same group on the same side. Now I want to draw the trans. How will I do? Again, what you will do? I said 6 lines. How many? This. How I am drawing, student? Same pattern, octahedral.
Mm.
Now, trans means opposite. I put this Cl. I always say this 2Cl, student, this 2Cl. One this, one this. So they are opposite to each other. When they are opposite, what is that? Trans. So what will be then En? I will close this En. I will put En and close this. This is our trans isomer.
Yes, sir.
Clear? So easy to draw cis and trans geometrical isomer, students, in the exam. Very important point.
Yes, sir.
And another important thing was if we have something like AMA3B3.
Mm.
There are 3 ligands of one type, 3 ligands of 3. This is octahedral. Octahedral.
Yes, sir.
In this case, students, what I said, instead of cis and trans, what we have are 2 special isomers. They are special isomers, student. They have been asked in the paper. What type of isomer are shown by Ma3B3? Example of that is CONH3, students. NO2 3. This question was given.
Yes, sir.
But he says ki draw the geometrical isomers. Draw the geometrical isomers, student.
Mm.
I told you this is a special case, student. 3 of one ligand, 3 of other, and we told
Yes,
you
sir.
they are like cis and trans, but they are called facial and meridional isomers. Facial. F and the second MERIDIONAL, short form MER. So FAC and MER isomers.
Yes, sir.
Important question, student. It was given in the board. How will I draw that? No problem. But I will do. What I do always? Cobalt. How many lines I am drawing? Like this. This line you can draw, student. Okay? This I can draw. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I will put these 3 NH3 on the same side. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Same side. Then what is left? NO2. What is left is NO2, NO2, NO2. You join them. Student. And this is called, sir. This is known as FAC isomer. Facial means if I join these now, interesting thing, if I join these, you will see a picture, student. If I join students, if you join this, what you are seeing, student? The 3 same group. Here also you see the 3 same group. That is called FAC isomer. Now, what will I do in the second one? Second one is called the MER isomer. I am doing again. This is my CO. How many lines I draw? 1, 2. Here, octahedral lines, students. What I am doing now? देखो कि this NH3 this NH3 is there. I am taking out of this one H3 on this side. Now I will remove this.
Yes, sir.
NH2 on the other side, students. Remove any of these, any of these. Then what happens? This is here, student. There, this I have shifted here, and this I am moving to the other side. Now, how many NO2? 3. Join. This is called, student, MER
Yes.
isomer. So we have to draw only 2. Important. Facial and MER. Examples we have given. So join these bonds. Now you join them. Okay? Got it?
Yes, sir.
These are coordinate covalent bonds.
Mm-hmm.
So FAC and MER, 2 isomers in cases where you have Ma3B3 type of the octahedral coordination compounds. This is a cis form, this is a trans form. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have already told you, student, there was a question in the paper that geometrical isomers are not possible in tetrahedral complexes because the shape, if the coordination number is 4, students, coordination number 4 means what? There can be 2 shapes. What are the 2 possible shapes, student? Square planar, and second is called tetrahedral. So 2 shapes are possible, students. Whenever there is a coordination number 4, 2 shapes are possible. This does not show in tetrahedral complexes, student. Symmetrical isomers is not possible. If you have 2 different groups or donor atoms, okay? Or 2 different type of groups, or I am saying unidentate ligands, students, like Ma2B2, then this geometrical isomer is not possible. Geometrical isomerism not possible. Not. Why? What is a tetrahedral shape you have seen? In tetrahedral, what happens? If I write A here, B here, student, the bond angle is 109.5 degree, student. This tetrahedral looks like this. 3-dimensional, students. The relative position will remain the same. You put A or B anywhere. You can put A or B anywhere. Makes no difference. If one is A, this is A, this is B. This B makes no difference, student, because it's a 3-dimensional picture, student. The relative position remains the same. A, B, relative positions are not changing, so no geometrical isomers in this. Clear? No geometrical isomers in tetrahedral complexes. All right. I'm coming to another important isomerism, which is called optical isomerism. In organic chemistry, student, you heard about, you have seen optical isomers, student, optical isomers. In organic chemistry. What are optical isomers, students? Tell me, what are optical isomers? In organic chemistry, you have learned it, students. We told you certain compounds rotate the plane of the polarized light, student. And if they rotate the plane polarized light clockwise direction, what do you call? They rotate plane polarized light, student. Clockwise, what we say, dextro. Clockwise rotation. And other was anti-clockwise rotation. That was called
yes, sir.
LAE, leave. This was D, I said plus, L minus. In the organic chemistry, we learned that. And they are, what type of isomers are there? Optical isomers. They are, if you have a molecule, student, we said which is chiral. which has a mirror image, student, mirror image, which is non-superimposable. Mirror image, student, which is non-superimposable. Then we say that these are optical isomers, or they are known as enantiomers, student. Enantiomers. And they are optically active. One is D, other is L. Okay? One
Yes,
is
sir.
D, then the mirror image will be LIVO. This we already seen.
Okay.
A very important question is coming in the paper, student, based on this optical. Now the question is, we are writing geometrical isomers. You are writing geometrical isomers, student. How many? 2.
Yes, sir.
Cis and trans.
Hmm.
Cis and trans. Now the question is, will both be optically active or not? That is the question. How will we decide, student, whether they are optically active or not? How will we decide whether they are optically active or not? For example, student, if I give you a compound, student, if I say platinum Cl2, student, En twice 2 plus. Okay? I'm saying draw the geometrical isomers. First question. Second, I say draw the optical isomers. You have 1 minute to answer the question before I do it. Important point. What is the condition for optical isomerism, student? There is a condition for everything. There is a condition, student, to be optically active. The condition for optically active is
So disymmetric.
Compound should be disymmetric, means it should not have a plane of symmetry, student. Or
Yes,
what
sir.
they say, asymmetric. Okay? If a compound has a plane of symmetry, student, then it will become optically inactive. Therefore, let us see, we have to apply the condition, student, and find out whether the compound is asymmetric or not. We have seen in the organic chemistry those compounds which are asymmetric or chiral molecule. Condition is chiral molecule, right? Molecule should be chiral. That means asymmetric, student. Asymmetric molecule should not have plane of symmetry. Should not have a plane of symmetry. I'm saying, student, important point. So we have to satisfy if these conditions are satisfied or not. So can you draw two geometrical isomers? Then can you tell me both are optically active or not? That is a question. Very important question. Important question for them. I'm saying important question, student. Important question. Such a question is given in the paper. What are optical isomers? How do we draw them, students? Whether this is optically active or not. That is the question. First of all, there are two isomers, cis and trans. Right? We have drawn already. This is my platinum. How did I draw? Lines. Same way for the exam, easy. If I take trans, student, if I take cis, then this is Cl, this is Cl. And then this becomes En and this becomes En. Clear? Which is this?
Yes, sir.
Cis isomer. Cis isomer. And if I draw trans, students, what is trans? I said lines. How I draw, student? Lines. How I draw, student? Lines. Lines. You are drawing Cl, Cl. En. Close this. Close this. ठीक है? This is my trans.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me which of the two is optically active. Are both optically active? Yes or no? That is the question.
Yes, sir.
They are active. Both of them are optically active.
Uh,
How will I know which is optically active, students? If I have a mirror student, how it will look like in the mirror student? What will be? It will look like. It will. First, I draw these lines, students. Now, what is happening? These are the CL. They are coming here, here. This is your EN student. This EN in the mirror will go here. This will go here. So it will, the mirror image will look something like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is my EN student. And what is the story of this? Trans isomer. You can see it as a plane of symmetry. I can cut them into two equal half, students. It has plane of symmetry, student. More than one plane of symmetry. I can cut this into two equal halves. Here also I can cut it into two equal halves. Can you see that?
Equal halves. Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not going to be optically active. This will be inactive. Optically active, student. Trans is not optically active, but cis is optically active. This is optically active and will show one will be D, other will be L. These are called enantiomers. This pair will be called, student, enantiomers.
Okay.
One will be D, other will be L. So these are in the geometrical isomer in such compounds, student. This is a bidentate ligand. In such complexity, you will find the cis is optically active. Which form is optically active? Cis form. This is a point to be noted, student. Very important. Trans will not be optically active because it will have a plane of symmetry that is not disymmetry. That molecule is not chiral. That is not asymmetry. That's what we are saying.
Yes, sir.
Note down important point, student. Condition that is superimposable on its mirror image. It is superimposable, student, on the mirror image. This is non-superimposable.
Superimposable
on the mirror image, student. Therefore, they are called enantiomers. Optically.
Yes, sir.
So here we have shown another compound, student. If I have CO, this is En3, student, 3 plus. Now here, student, ethylene diamine, you already know ethylene diamine is a bidentate ligand and 3 are attached. Tris, this is tris.
Yes, sir.
Tris, ethylene diamine, cobalt 3 ion. Student, this will show optical activity. This compound is optically active.
Okay.
And we can draw the optical isomers of this. You have 1 minute to draw. Draw the optical isomers of this compound. COEN3 plus. We have to draw the optical isomers.
Yes, sir.
How do I do that? Question, student. Again, same thing. What I will do? What I will do in the paper? I have CO. I draw line, students.
Yes, sir.
Now you have 3 En. So that will mean 1. Second is closing here. Third, En student, this one. See that?
Mm-hmm.
This is the bidentate ligand, ethylene diamine. You have 2 plus, okay, 3 plus. 3 plus. A mirror image of
Yes,
this.
sir.
Mirror image of this will be student. You have again CO. You are drawing student.
Mm-hmm.
Now, student, you have En. En. How many? 3. How it will look like in the mirror, student? You can see that this will come here. This will go here, student. And be here. So this will be the mirror image, student. Now the question is, are they superimposable or non-superimposable? Does it have any plane of symmetry? This molecule has a plane of symmetry, yes or no? Does this molecule
Yes, sir.
plane of symmetry, yes or no, student? They will be
Yes, sir.
optically active, students. They are optically active.
Mm-hmm.
Enantiomers, student. There is no plane of symmetry anywhere. So such, this will be, if say what type of isomerism shown by this. Question in the paper was COEN3. What type of isomerism? What type of isomerism is shown by this complex, student? Answer, optical isomers.
Mm-hmm.
There is no geometrical isomer here.
Yes, sir.
There is no cis or trans, students, only optical isomer. And these are the 2 optical isomers. They will be enantiomers.
Mm-hmm.
They will be enantiomer. One will be D, then other will be L.
Yes, sir.
And if I say in the question PTCl2En2 2 plus, which isomer is optically active? What is our answer in this case, students? You have 1 minute to answer the question. All these questions have been given in the paper. Only we have already told you, only the cis form of this. Only cis of this will show optical activity. We have drawn it already.
Yes, sir.
Here is that. CL on the same side. These are cis form. These are cis form, student. These are the mirror image. You can see that they are 2 non-superimposable. They are non-superimposable. One is D, other is L, student. They are optical isomers. They are nothing but optical isomers, students. These are called optical isomers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, draw the structures of geometrical isomers of this complex, he says. What type of geometrical isomer it will show? Fe, NH3 twice CN4. How many isomers I can draw, student? You can draw cis and trans.
Yes, sir.
How will you draw? Iron. And then you have 2 NH3, then put 2 NH3 on the same side.
Mm-hmm.
and CN, 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 CN. See, this is what? This NH, same side, cis form. For trans, you put NH3 opposite. One NH3 here, students, another NH3 here. What did it become, student?
Mm-hmm.
CN, 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 CN. What will be this then? Trans. Got it? How to draw
Yes,
the
sir.
trans. Question 2. Draw the which out of the following two coordination entity which is chiral and optically active. You have to. One is the cis form, other is trans, which will be chiral. Thus, molecule
Mm-hmm.
chiral will be optically active. Chiral molecules,
Yes, sir.
condition for molecule to be optical active. Condition is molecule should be chiral.
Mm-hmm.
If molecule is chiral, compound will be optically active, students. So out of the two, which is optically active? This is oxalato. Oxalato is a bidentate, bidentate ligand, student.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Which one will be optically active, cis or trans?
Cis.
This will be optically active because this is a chiral. We have already shown you, student, in the earlier case. How do I draw CR? You are writing like this. Now what you have? Cl2, student. If I put Cl on the same side,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
then oxalato is bidentate, student. It will chloride. Oxalato.
Yes, sir.
This is a cis form. The mirror image of this will be how I draw. Always same. Easier way to draw, student. Now this Cl in the mirror it will look like this. In the mirror it will come here.
Yes, sir.
And oxalato, student. So there are mirror image isomers which are non-superimposable. So they will be enantiomers. And optically, which form? Cis form is optically active.
Okay, sir.
Cis form
Yes,
is
sir.
optically active. Trans will be trans is not a chiral. It will have a plane of symmetry, and therefore trans will be optically active. This is optically inactive, student. Transform, but this cis form is optically active. We will be able to draw it. Okay. Now we are coming to different type of isomers which are called structural isomers. Students, structural isomers mean what? What do you mean by structural isomers, students? They have different bonds, students. Structural isomers have different bonds, students. They are differing in the bond, student, between the central metal atom. For example, first one, I am saying linkage isomers. You in chemistry, student, there are ambident nucleophiles. What I told you, ambident nucleophiles. What are those? They have more than one donor site, student.
Yes, sir.
Either of the two can join. Examples we told you, thiocyaneto and also NO2. NO2. We have told you, student, NO2 minus is an ambident nucleophile. It can bond through nitrogen, or it can bond through, student. It can bond through nitrogen, students. This nitrogen, or it can also bond through oxygen. It can bond through this oxygen also. You have seen that.
Yes, sir.
So students, it has two sides, two donor sides, and therefore in a complex student, in a complex, if I write CONH3 5NO2 Cl2 student, this is a ambident nucleophile NO2. I can
Yes, sir.
have another possible isomer student, which I write ONO student. What is the difference between the two students? Formula is the same, but here oxygen is linked with the cobalt student. Here nitrogen is bonded with the cobalt. There are two different isomers student. These are called linkage isomers. Why linkage? Because the linkage has become different student. Linkage here in the first case, cobalt is linked to the nitrogen student. In the second case, cobalt
Yes, sir.
is linked to the oxygen. So, example, here is the example of that. You can see that cobalt, this is the nitrogen, NO2, and here it is the oxygen. This is the oxygen student. See the difference? Nitrogen, here it is oxygen. So they are two different compound students. What type of isomers is this? Linkage isomerism.
Yes, sir.
Linkage isomerism will arise only in the case of ambident ligands. Ambident ligands.
Okay.
Wherever there will be, I should use ligands here instead of the nucleophile is used in organic chemistry. So I'm using here ligands. Okay? Because these are coordination chemistry student, not the organic chemistry. So I am changing it. Ambident ligand student. We told you what are ambident ligand.
Yes, sir.
Here, thiocyanito is there. And CS students, it can bind through nitrogen or it can bind through sulfur. Sulfur.
Okay.
And sulfur student, metal or metal sulfur. There are two isomers student. What type of isomers will be these? Linkage isomers. They will form linkage isomers. This
Yes,
is
sir.
an ambident ligand. What type of ligand is this? Ambident ligand student. So the name itself speaks what I mean by this. These are the examples of ambident ligands, and they can form. They can show linkage isomers. Linkage isomers. Because carbon can bond with the metal or nitrogen can bond with the metal. You have MCN student or NC. So this is your nitrile, this is your isonitrile. So these are two linkage isomers. Similarly, in this case, sulfur can bond with the metal or nitrogen can bond with the metal. In nitrite, you have nitrogen can bond with the metal or oxygen can bond with the metal. So they will have two different isomers. Another type of isomerism, I am talking of coordination isomerism. What do you mean by coordination isomer students? If I write CONH36 CrCN6 student. In this case, student, cation is a complex, anion is a complex. Here, cobalt is having ammonia ligands. And here, chromium is having cyanide ligands. There can be exchange, student. There can be exchange of this metal. What will then it give? If I put chromium here and I put cobalt here.
Yes, sir.
Now what has happened? What has happened? So there is an interchange of ligands, students. This is the cationic part. Okay? What we call cationic complex. And this is my anionic complex. You know about it. And there is an interchange. What has happened, student? There is an interchange
Yes,
of
sir.
ligands, ठीक है, in the cationic and anionic entities of different metal ions, of different metals. So I have
Okay.
interchanged the ligands. And this is giving rise to such isomers are called, student, coordination isomers. What are they called? Coordination. Because it,
Coordination isomers.
this is nothing but something like this. 3 plus and Cr, Cn6, 3 minus. So this is the anionic part, and this is the cationic part of the coordination compound, cationic complex. And this is my anionic complex ion, students. There is an interchange of ligands between the cationic and anionic entities of different metals. That give rise to, so these two, in the paper question was, these A and B are related by, what is our answer? They are coordination isomers.
Isomer. Yes, sir.
They are called coordination isomers, students. Coordination, we have told you what is the coordination number, student. Another type of isomer we are talking is ionization isomer, student. What do you mean by ionization? The name itself says ionization. You know that there are two types of valencies we told you in coordination. What are the two types of? Primary valency and secondary valency. Which is ionizable? Which was ionizable? Those which are primary valency, student, they are having counter ions outside the coordination sphere. They are ionizable. They are ionizable, student. Now there is a possibility. Supposing I write a compound like this, CO. Let me see what it. If I write a complex like CONH3, student, 5 SO4 Br.
Yes, sir.
This complex, this is ionizable.
Yes, sir.
Means it will give Br minus ion in the solution. And if I add AgNO3, what will you get? AgBr, precipitate, student. Now this Br can become a ligand, student. This is a Br is a counter ion here. Br is my counter ion. It is called counter ion, student. Now it can become, it can displace this ligand and come, student, inside the coordination sphere. That means Br minus can become a ligand, student. How it can become a ligand? That this is displaced and this comes in. What will then happen, student? CO NH3 5 Br SO4 outside. In this case, what has happened, student? What is the difference between this? Here Br is outside, here SO4 is outside. And on ionization, what will happen? This will give what? Sulfate ions. And this was giving Br minus ion. See the difference? That means
yes, sir.
The counter ion can become a ligand, student, and displace the ligand which is inside present. So such isomers are called ionization isomers, students. Ionization isomers. Why? Because on ionization, student, they will give different ions. On ionization, they give different ions, student, which can be tested. Clear? So
yes, sir.
The molecular formula is same, but this will on ionization will give sulfate ions. This on ionization will give bromide, Br minus ions. If you want to test it, you add barium chloride, student. It will give a white precipitate of barium sulfate, but it will form solid BaSO4 that is white in color. So students, when I will write ionization means that the ions produced on ionization are different, student, different. So that it becomes very easy in the exam, student, to identify the ionization isomer. Examples I have given you. These two are question. The question it was, you are given CO and H3SO4 student Br, and you are given CO and H3 5Br students SO4. Okay? Now the question is, what type of isomers are these? Question. What type of isomerism is this, student? What type of isomers are they? What is your answer? What is your answer? What is your answer? You are given these two compounds. He said, what type of isomers are these? What answer you are giving in the paper? What is our answer, student? Will give different ions in the solution. This will give sulfate ions in the solution, student. This will give Br minus ion in the solution. So on ionization, they are producing different ions. So I call them as ionization isomers. Clear? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
How will I identify?
No, sir.
The exam, student. If I have this complex, student, here Cl can go in and Br can come out. So if I write these complex COBr H2O5 student Cl. Another one I am saying CO Cl H2O5 Br. Now the question is,
yes, sir,
what is the relationship between these two isomers? What is your answer? What type of isomers are these, students? A and B. Answer the question. This will give Cl minus ion. This will give Br minus ion on ionization.
Yes, sir.
Immediately in the paper, I will say they are examples of ionization isomer, students. See the in here, Br is attached to the cobalt. Here, Cl is forming bond with the cobalt. So they are structural isomers. See the bonding has changed, student. Now we are coming to another important, which is called solvate or hydrate isomer. Solvate or hydrate isomer, students. What it means, students? Supposing, what is important? You have a compound CrH2O6, student. Cl3. This is violet in colors. You have, student, CrH2O5Cl. Cl2H2O dot. This is blue-green in color. You have another compound CrH2O4 Cl2. Then you have Cl 2H2.
Yes, sir.
This is, student, dark green. What is the difference between these two, students? What is the difference between these three complexes? Here you see, this is water. This water is a ligand here. It is a ligand. Tell me, this water is a ligand, means this is bonded with the chromium, student. In this,
yes, sir,
you have something like this, student. OH2, 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 OH2. Okay? These are 6 water molecules bonded with this. And you have Cl minus, free 3 Cl minus. Okay? In this case. But what happens here? This is a, now the water molecule, one of the water is coming out of this. So solvent is directly attached to this H2O student is bonded to metal ion. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
And now this outside this, they are solvent molecules. They are solvent. So what has happened here? One of the H2O has shifted from the bond to the solvent. What is the structure of this? If I write Cr, you can write OH2, OH2, you can write OH2 students, OH2, then you have one Cl and OH. Only 5 OH2 are bonded now. Only 5 OH are bonded to the metal ion student. 5 OH bonded to metal atom. And that water is gone where? That becomes a solvent molecule. Then H2O becomes a solvent molecule student. And such isomers are called solvate or hydrate isomers. What do we call them? Solvate or hydrate. So there is one more possibility. What is another possibility here? You will say, how many hydrate isomers are possible? I can write one more. That will be H2O3 Cl3 dot 3H2O. Is also possible. What has happened? This water which was bonded to the metal has become now the solvent molecule. So that solvent is directly bonded to the metal. And then these are different compounds. They have different color, students. These are called solvate isomers. So we have completely told you all types of isomers which are possible in the coordination compound, student. Very important question for that. So we have geometrical isomers, stereoisomers, optical active isomers. Then we have structural isomers. How many structural isomers I told you? Linkage will be present when ambident nucleophile is there. Coordination, when there can be exchange of the ligands by the cationic and anionic part of the complex, students. And then I told you solvate or hydrate, when water molecules can be bonded to the metal or they can go back to the solvent, students. Solvate molecules. And further, ionization isomers means that on ionization different ions are being produced. That means the counter ion which is outside the coordination sphere can become a ligand, student, and displace the ligand. So this is all about the isomerism. Then this ends up the topic of isomerism in coordination compound. A lot of questions will be asked, students. And then we will meet you in our next class after 24th. And we will continue more whatever course and chapters are left with questions which are going to be in the paper. Okay, then bye-bye. See you in the next class. Any doubt?
Bye, sir. No, sir.
Okay, then we will also get recorded video. If you are having subscribed our YouTube channel, you will get everything. All right. Okay, then bye-bye.